Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby. I'm 24 years old, and as you can see, I have a bun in the oven, okay? And it's been a little while since I posted. Yes, I'm trying to be consistent. Child, I'm tired. Like, when I tell y'all I am exhausted, what do y'all take? What do y'all do? How are you getting through the day? Because I cannot, okay? I cannot. I'm so tired. As we speak, I should be laying down for my nap, okay? Which is why I'm coming to you live and live in color, you know, and this is what you're gonna get from me today, okay? Nothing polished, nothing too cute. Let's just go ahead and get into the video. So I am currently 23 weeks pregnant. Yes, everything's going great. Well, it wasn't always going great, but check out those videos. But as of right now, I think everything is going really well. I just had my 20-week scan, my 20-week ultrasound, my 20-week anatomy scan. I've heard it called like all different types of things a couple of weeks ago, and I just wanted to let y'all know what to expect because I really didn't know. But first, let's take a look at the bump real quick because it really amazes me every single day that there is a person inside of me and that it moves. Okay, so let me show y'all what's going on. You guys, my belly button, look, it's just gone. Not my belly button really looking like a booty hole. Oh, my belly button looks like a booty hole. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But that's one of the many beautiful body changes of pregnancy. You guys already know. I'm starting to feel extremely pregnant. I'm talking about the backache, the feet hurt, my teeth hurt, you know, my head hurt. I'm tired. Let me fix my pants, child. And this baby moves and moves and moves all the time. I cannot get a clip yet. I see the movement outside of my skin now. My partner has been feeling it. I cannot get a clip because somebody gets a little camera shy. But that's okay because as soon as I get that footage, I'ma let y'all know. But anyway, back to the 20-week scan. So I had my scan I have some notes on my phone because I'm the pregnancy brain right now for me. Don't trust anything that I say unless I write it off this paper, okay? Anyway, and this is not even a paper. Let's just get into the video. So I had my 20-week anatomy scan slash ultrasound slash appointment, whatever you want to call it, a couple of weeks ago. I was like a day or two from being 21 weeks. However, my doctor said that the maximum time that you should do it is between 18 and like 22 weeks. So we were still in the right spot, you know, we were still in the right situation. So I went to that appointment. Unfortunately, I could not film at my office, and like it was some drama going on in my office that day. So it was just very nerve-wracking to go into that appointment, right? So anyway, I'm almost 21 weeks at that time. Now, let me just say this. I had my very first doctor's appointment slash my very first ultrasound at 11 weeks, okay? That was the most horrible waiting period because I knew I was pregnant for almost 7 weeks at that point. So finally, you know, we see the baby. Somebody's in there. Something's happening. So, you know, finally I get the confirmation basically that I am pregnant. You have to wait a whole nother 10 weeks or so, depending on when you have your first ultrasound, of course, until you have that 20-week anatomy scan. I think that's typical of most pregnancies, unless you have some type of issues or things like that, or it's another type of special case. But for me, regular pregnancy, I had to wait that long ass time. I didn't really like that, but I digress. Anyways, so my doctor always has me do a urine test before the appointment. That's regular, standard. Your office will probably have you do that as well. So, you know, that don't have nothing to do with the scan, but I'm just telling you what to expect at the doctor, okay? So basically what they told me about the 20-week scan was that it's the first detailed ultrasound. Like, do I have my... So they gave me pictures, by the way, which I'm gonna show you at the end. But this is my first ultrasound at 11 weeks, right? you know, nothing to see. The 20-week scan is not like that. Basically, their first ultrasound is to make sure that your baby's in there and that they're of a certain size and that, you know, the heartbeat and everything is okay. 20-week scan is no. They're checking everything, like measurements, the size of the baby, the size of the baby's organs, all of this type of stuff, right? The length of the bones, everything. So I can't remember exactly what all they were checking for and testing for and everything like that, but it was just very detailed ultrasound of the baby's growth and development, of how blood flow and how the blood flows through the heart and all that type of stuff, blood flow to the placenta, back and forth, up and through. It was nuts. Like, there were so many things that they checked for, and it was crazy how they can just do it on an ultrasound with the camera, you know? So with the ultrasound, you know, you go in the dark room, and it was just me and my boyfriend in there. It was a very small type of room with the big monitors everywhere so you could see what's going on, which I loved. It was so crazy to see this, you guys. But it's not a vaginal ultrasound. I actually did have a vaginal ultrasound that day, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But they just put the gel on your tum-tum and they put the wand, you know, and they just get to moving around. And like I said, y'all, it was so crazy. So this is a longer appointment. They do book you. I think I was in the actual ultrasound room for like 45 minutes, and then I had a short appointment after that. So my whole appointment altogether, maybe it was like a little bit less than an hour and a half. So this is a longer appointment. And like I said, they're taking pictures of everything. They're measuring everything. They're looking at everything, every possible situation that your baby could be in. They're going to check it out for you. When it came to the actual ultrasound, you know, everything came up on the monitor, and it was so crazy because the baby was there. Like, this is my first time seeing my child in 10 weeks plus, and it was a baby in there, and the baby was moving, the baby was kicking, the baby was shucking and jiving the whole time. So basically, the ultrasound tech, she just had to chase the baby around and get the measurements. She would move to certain angles on my belly. She would push harder, softer, go down here, up here, boop, 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 everywhere to try to get and see what she needed to see. And it's kind of uncomfortable. I can't lie to you. So you're kind of laying back like this. I wasn't flat on the table. I was kind of more on an incline. And it kind of hurt. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. She was getting in there. But the baby was running away, like constantly running away. So she went in and measured a lot of stuff. She made sure that we see, you know, 10 fingers and 10 toes. And it's so, y'all, there is a being inside of me with bones. Okay, can you believe that? I have bones. Okay, I knew I had bones. And it's like, you know, babies have bones. But the fact that you are growing bones inside of you that do not belong to you, I could not believe it. Like, I could not believe it. She's like, yeah, that's the femur bone and all this. I'm like, girl, what? I grew a femur? It is a wild experience, you guys, especially because you don't get to see your baby very often. She was able to pinpoint every little piece, the nose and the mouth, you know, these are the eyes, these are the fingers and toes. I see the ears and everything like that, you know, looking at the baby's heart. I see I think she was saying like she could see the liver, kidneys, all of that type of stuff developing. I'm like, bro, how? Like, the world is a crazy place. Science is crazy. God is crazy for even creating kids like this, you know? So I do have pictures of everything that she was able to get pictures of, but it was just so insane to see, like, as the baby moves, she's like showing me, well, this is this and this is that. And of course, you can find out the gender at 20 weeks for sure if you haven't already. I already knew the gender, but we got it double confirmed at the meeting, or at the appointment, excuse me. So if you want to wait up until 20 weeks, do you, boo? That could not be me, but that is something that they can reveal to you as well. And she said, you know, they can keep it a secret and give the envelope to somebody else or whatever the case is, or they can throw you a little party and announce it and say, you know, congratulations, it's whatever. So I could not wait that long, girl, sorry. Sorry, I could not wait that long. So I already knew the gender, but we of course had that double check and double confirmed. It was just so beautiful, like looking at my child. Don't cry. Seeing the baby move and respond, like, because I had felt movement a couple of weeks before then. Not necessarily like a lot of kicks like that, but it was like the fluttering. I definitely had felt the fluttering. But it was like seeing what my baby was doing. It was wild. And my boyfriend sitting there like looking at the camera. Why is baby moving so much? What's going on? That's what you feel all the time? I'm like, bro, that's what I tell you every day. This baby be constantly, okay, dancing bug. And it was just nuts. Anyway, they go through and, you know, the ultrasound tech has a list of every single thing that they have to check. Like I said, fingers, toes, heartbeat. She was literally looking at the baby's heart, and you know, you could see it doing heart type activities, but then it was like also they cut it, or they cut the view to where you can see the heart valves, like you can see the blood passing through the heart. And then of course we listened to the heartbeat again, and she measured all of that. And I'm telling y'all, I wish I could have got footage of this. I'm sure you can Google footage, but I'm just giving you another perspective as somebody who just went through it. But it is amazing. It is literally incredible to watch, because there is a whole person inside of you. I might have been in denial up until that point, like, but I just felt so different, like actually seeing the baby, feeling the baby, watching the baby respond to the outside world, because that's what was happening. Like, you know, she's jabbing us. And the baby's like, I mean, the hand was going over the face, the foot was going in the mouth, like everything. It was just, it was a beautiful experience, honestly. Honestly, it was nuts. And our ultrasound tech was so sweet. She talked us through everything. I'm not one of those people, like, if you're my doctor, or whatever the case is, don't sit there and be quiet, because then I'll get worried. But she was so sweet. She's like pointing us out, this is this is that. And, you know, making all these comments, beautiful, beautiful spine, beautiful set of lips and everything like that. I'm like, yes, girl, my baby is beautiful. And when the images and everything were getting a little harder to get because baby didn't want to cooperate, you know, she's making very light of the situation, and she's making us feel really comfortable. Like, yeah, that's normal. Like, we'll do it as long as it takes, you know, make sure baby's comfortable and all that. So I had a really, really, really nice experience doing that. But that's basically what you can expect out of the 20-week scan. They measure everything on the baby. They make sure everything's cool, everything's okay. And that's pretty much just that. Now, I did have a vaginal ultrasound. I don't know if that's customary of every 20-week scan. I just hadn't had one yet. I think it probably is customary, so don't quote me on that. But I did have a vaginal ultrasound because they wanted to check how my cervix was looking, and they wanted to check some other things like the location of the placenta as it relates, you know, to the opening of the cervix, all that type of stuff, right? So that is where we kind of ran into, not some issues, but I don't know. So we do the vaginal ultrasound. Unfortunately, the ultrasound wand goes up your hoo-ha, and it hurts, and it's uncomfortable as hell. It's just not. Just try to relax, try to breathe through it. It kind of sucks, but you'll get used to it, because things are going to go in your vagina a lot these next few weeks. Anyway, they did the vaginal ultrasound. My cervix looked, you know, very healthy and the way that it was supposed to look. However, with my placenta, everything when they did the ultrasound up here looks completely normal, with where the placenta was sitting and how the blood flow was going, like, to and from the baby, right? But I guess what they were saying is that when they looked in my hoo-ha, they saw that my placenta was too close to my cervix, I believe. So that is like an indicator of a condition called Placenta Previa. I don't know everything about this. I don't know anything about this, honestly. I'm just going off what they said. So I guess they're saying, like, if your placenta is within 2 centimeters of the opening of the cervix, or excuse me, if it's less than 2 centimeters of the opening of the cervix, it's too close, and that can cause problems later on with like obstruction and things like that when it's time to have the baby, or you know, when it's time to push things along. Now, because I was 20 weeks, 21 weeks, it is not early enough to be a concern yet, but that's something that they said, okay, since you're showing some very low level signs of this, we're going to continue to check you until you've been cleared of this, right? So I have another appointment coming up really, really soon. They're going to check me for that again. However, they did say that could cause some issues in the future. So I was a little worried about it, but they made me feel really comfortable about the fact like it is super early. This does not cause any concern for at least the next like 5 to 6 weeks, but we are going to keep an eye on it for you because we don't want you to have no problems, okay? So that was definitely a little nerve-wracking since everything was so super positive with the actual ultrasound of the baby. Now, you know, mommy got to get checked and something was looking slightly off, right? But placenta previa, I really don't know that much about it. I try not to even look into it really because they're telling me like, do not trip at all. Like, we're going to take care of this. So maybe after this upcoming appointment, if they say, you know, you're still in that range, then I'm going to start to freak out. But as of right now, to my understanding, it just means when your placenta is a little too close to the opening of the cervix. I guess that's a range as well. It might be a little too close, or it might be way, way, way too close. That can cause problems for the baby, for the mommy, and cause problems in the process of birth, which can lead to having to have emergency C-sections and things of that nature. Lord, do not speak that into my existence right now. But yeah, it's a whole big thing. But again, it was super early. They caught it early. They said this is not super unusual at this time, but they're going to keep a watchful eye. So I really appreciated that. Other than that, I mean, yeah, they just checked like the health of my vagina and all of that, and everything's looking perfect. So that was pretty much that. Otherwise, I mean, she just kind of let me know, you know, everything with the baby's looking good so far, but we're going to have the doctor, of course, look over everything, all the measurements and everything that she just did, the ultrasound tech. She did let me know as well, I forgot to say this, that the baby is breech right now, which means booty down and head up instead of head down and booty up, which is how you deliver. They said, do not worry about it. Obviously, it's not going to be a problem right now because you're nowhere near delivery at any point. But that, of course, is that's something that persists in the future when it does get down to the wire. That's something that we will work through as well. So, and I'm pretty sure by the end of the appointment, the baby wasn't even breech no more because, like I said, dancing bug. So that was about it. It took like 45 minutes altogether, and it was a really good experience. Honestly, it was a really nice, like beautiful, comfortable experience. So yeah, it was really intimate. It was really private, and my partner had a great time as well. He thought everything was so funny, and I'm like, it's not that funny when you feel it all the time. But yeah, y'all, that is about it of what to like expect in your 20-week scan. And then I had an appointment directly after my scan. Typically, I think that's how they do it because the doctor has to go over the results with you. You may have to come back. It depends on your office, I think. So I did sit down and speak with the doctor. She did explain the whole placenta previa situation, which is what I just told you guys. And she reassured me not to worry and this and that we will continue to check you. She did explain that my next appointment is the glucose test, and I'm really scared for that. I'm gonna make another video because I don't know what to expect. I'm really nervous. I don't know why I'm so damn nervous. I know I'm in perfect health and everything right now, but it's just like these doctor's appointments are nerve-wracking as hell. Lord, I hope I'm in perfect health. Let me not say that. Anyway, I did sit and speak with the doctor, and we basically talked about what's coming next. Because my third trimester is not far from starting, things are going to pick up, and they're going to pick up really, really fast. So we talked about the hospital and where I'm expected to be delivering because the doctor that I'm using, she did give me some resources about, excuse me, they have like hospital tours, all that type of stuff. Definitely try to find that information, utilize that information because I'm definitely going to in the near future. And we just talked about like, okay, once you hit a certain number of weeks, I think it's 27 or 28 weeks, we're going to start seeing you every 2 weeks. And then once you hit, I believe 35 or 36, we're going to start seeing you every week. And, you know, this is what's to be expected. I have another ultrasound that I believe is going to be at 30 weeks or 32 weeks. That's like another big, you know, ultrasound, pretty much the final one from my understanding, other than normal checks to make sure that the baby's fine. So I'm gonna definitely keep y'all updated on that, because I feel like that's gonna be a full grown baby by that point. But really the baby is like full grown now. They just have to get fat. They gotta plump up, you know, they gotta eat, they gotta put on weight. But yeah, y'all, it was so, I had such a nice time. It was a great experience for me, and I'm not gonna forget it anytime soon. So other than that, when you speak to your doctor, whenever that is, whether it's right after your appointment or at another time, at another scheduled date, they will go over the information with you. They'll focus on obviously what's important and what may be an issue, because during those tests they can see certain genetic abnormalities and things like that, and defects and all of that. Thank God we're not dealing with any of that at this time, but those are some things that they may want to talk to you about, obviously, in that appointment, if that's something that comes up with you and your little cutie bug. Okay, next up is glucose. I'm gonna try to take y'all in the office with me. They're strict about filming. They suck. They're strict, but I'm gonna try to sneak y'all in. But other than that, I think that was pretty much it for my whole 20-week scan appointment. Like I said, I was in there for like an hour and 20 minutes or so, and we had a nice time. It was some drama going on, but we still had a nice time. It's okay. Anyways, now the moment of truth. I will show you guys all the pictures that we got. So my little bundle of joy is kind of bad and wasn't allowing for too many super clear pictures to be taken, but I love the pictures anyway. So there is my little baby. So she took a lot of pictures of like the baby in general, and then she took a lot of pictures of the organs as well. Like this is baby's heart and measuring the heart rates. These are the nose and the lips. So she did label most of them, I think. You guys, look at this baby looking like a monster. That's another profile. My kid's so cute, y'all. More blurry profiles because the baby would not sit down. Y'all, this picture, iconic, okay? An icon, not the deep thinker pose. So she said like, look, y'all, look at the freaking bones. I could not believe my child has bones, y'all. And so the knees were like scrunched up there. Isn't it so crazy? I cannot believe. And she counted like all the vertebrae, made sure everything looks good with that. So that is the spine. This is another one of the spine. These are some toes, y'all. Look at the toes. Look at the toes. Crazy, like bones inside of my body. Bones. This is just my child looking scary again with the eyeball, okay? And just moving around, acting wild. She thought these were so funny, like, because the baby was literally looking right in the camera and was pissed off to even be there, okay? And then I think this last one, she was just like measuring the eye sockets and stuff like that. So y'all, she measured, I mean, the lady did her thing. She measured everything you could possibly measure on a person. It was pretty insane. So those are all my pictures. I can't wait to, I need to do something with them. I need to like hang them up somewhere. I just, you know, have them for safekeeping, but I need to find, let me get on Pinterest and find me a little idea of how to put the pictures together, because of course I showed you earlier, I still have my first ultrasound pictures as well, and I don't want nothing to happen to them. Like, this is my baby. Anyways, Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully the information helped let you know kind of what to expect on that 20-week scan and what to look forward to, because honestly that first ultrasound, 10-11 weeks is a long way away. Some people it might be earlier, because I had my first appointment like kind of late, to be honest. I was getting ready to be out of my first trimester. And it was hard. It was very hard waiting for that first appointment, and it was very hard waiting for that second ultrasound, even though it was a little bit better because at that point I was having appointments once a month. So, whew, I'm running out of breath. It's time to cut the cameras, dead ass. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Oh, like, comment, share, and subscribe, okay? I'm going to be making more stuff. Hold me to that. I'll hold myself to that, but hold me to that. See you on the next one.